Hello, everyone. Or, I guess no one. Well, this will either happen or it won't. But, yeah. For today, I really just am not in the mood to really play anything. Just, I guess felt like talking. We'll just go with that. Guess entertainment would be the right choice for them. But yeah, just anybody who comes in the chat, let's talk, let's chat. But yeah, so far seems like I'll be waiting. Probably. Forever. So yeah. Maybe just to explain why I'm doing this, for anyone who may be new, or clicking on stream, or clicked on this stream in particular for no particular reason. I know that this is a thing that people do over on Twitch, but my main audience is over here. I haven't been on my Twitch for a while, and I just don't necessarily feel like, like continuing Death's Door or playing Jurassic World Evolution today. Just sort of been one of those days. So yeah, just kind of felt like talking to anybody who wants to, go into chat. But really, yeah. I guess I could just start talking. Let's see, what's going on over on the Twitterverse? Because I remember seeing that that one clip today of Mitch McConnell. Now, as I've said before, I don't like talking about politics on this channel. Like, I just try to keep this, a nice, comfortable place. But it shouldn't go into politics, at least not that much. But if, you know what I'm talking about, the guy seems to, I'm not sure if someone forgot to recharge his battery, or what, or if the necromancer was out on that day or something. He was out of it. I know a lot of YouTubers have already probably talked about it, but good lord, he just he kind of is like me when I'm just like, okay, well, I get into an argument, just an argument with one of my folks, and it's just like, yep, just let them talk and talk. But it was, the point of that conversation where they just ask a question, and it's like, yeah, huh, you expect them just to keep talking, but they ask you a question finally. God, that's just nuts. Especially considering, how old is he? I know that he's at least up there in age. He's... I think someone said that he was, like, from the 40s, which... But if you're, like, in that area where you can... Well, if you can start developing Alzheimer's, maybe it'd be best, you know, just to live out the rest of your life. I don't think we need you around anymore. But, yeah... Man, there are some interesting things on Twitter. Right now I'm looking at a seagull riding a seagull. Like, one seagull's flying while the other one just, yep, takes off the back of it. Interesting. What is this adorable Pokemon I have never seen? It looks... Gosh, I'm getting like... I don't know, Krana vibes. Some Meltan vibes, too. What is this cutie? See a stork? So it looks like Pokemon Go is gonna add some new Pokemon. Sweet. Yep. Wait, does that? Alt F4. Does that close everything? Not gonna find out. Okay, I'm gonna explain exactly what I'm looking at from my Twitter feed. From the Daily Loud. Nebraska police pulled over a man with a Watsui bowl riding shotgun. And if you're confused, like, okay, what am I exactly talking about if you don't have, you know, Twitter? It's literally a bowl in the passenger seat, like the car has been modified. And there's a bowl with some massive horns. Like, we're talking about, like, you know, the big devil horns. Like, a big horns. They even have a little horn ornament. And just driving down the road. Just driving down the road. Huh. Some of the interesting things. Well, anything else? Hey, Spy, how are you? Just was looking through my Twitter feed and describing the weird things I saw. Wait, what? What? Why are they bringing a bunny skin to Call of Duty? Hi. But how are you doing, Spy? Oh, hello, Kim. Opinion on the movie... what movie is this? What movie is this? Also, I have the game in the background just because of, well... I can't broadcast without something. Wait a minute, do I recognize this movie? Do I recognize this movie? Have I watched this movie? Or have I not? I feel like I may have saw a little bit of this movie in passing. But never actually watched it itself. It looks like a good movie. And yeah. Yep, it looks like it might have had a meme or two come from it. Looks like a good movie, something I would check out. But yeah, I haven't seen that movie. Looks like a gosh. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I. Huh? No, I'm thinking of some other movie with like that's in the West, but it has a little sci-fi element to it. Nothing like aliens, just like steampunk, I think, something like that. Really cool movie. But I have not seen Django. Django. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Unchained. But might have to watch it sometime. Also, Scott Benedict, have you been around before, or are you new? Because, good lord, am I just... I suck at remembering. Like, people. And names. But, no, I'm already going back to Twitter to see what it has. From Low Context Media. I heard you like dogs. Check your front porch. Oh my god, you didn't. Kissy faces. Looks at his Ring doorbell. He sees an alligator. I don't know. That implies that the alligator ate the dog, or... or what? But, how are you guys? Actually, can you guys hear me? Like, I'm confused. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, no, I can hear myself at least. But, yeah, it's gonna be one of those... I mean, spark conversation or something, I don't know. Or is that something we struggle to do nowadays? Wait, huh? Wait, is Hatsune Miku and Pokemon doing an official collab? Well, that'd be cool. Yeah. Well. Yeah, it's just gonna be one of those streams, isn't it? Oh, that's so nice. Rainbow trucks. Spread the rainbow. That is a lot of crabs. Christmas Island. Just for this wonders. Oh, really? Man, I'm still surprised that in this age there are people who do the statue gimmick. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be one of those kind of deadish streams, isn't it? But, well, people don't want to chat. It's not like I can... Well, I gotta figure out how to do something, I guess. What else we got? Tired cats. A cat trying to use a computer. Ooh, what's this? What? I get that's part of the game. Yep, Twitter being just an absolute weird zone. Travis of Dragon, he's an old man. I realized you should have bought a house in 2002 instead of being a 9th grader. Well, I didn't have that opportunity in 2002. I was 2. So I guess I was, a little late. Just a tad too late. thinking that at least one person, would chat with me, but again, this is not Twitch. What the... Huh? Huh. Weird. Well. Wait, what? According to IGN, the Pokemon Company has partnered with DV Tokyo to create Pocket Filled with Adventure, a live-action TV series premiering on October 19 in Japan. Pokemon getting a live-action drama series? I mean, I enjoyed the Detective Pikachu movie, just seeing how they brought Pokemon to life. I think they did well with that. Oh, that's interesting. This one pigeon became popular because it walked the red carpet. Guy in a Geodude suit. Oh, right, isn't that One Piece live action coming out today? Man, it seems like they really did put a lot of effort into it. Well, I'm curious how that's going to turn out. Because I can see that they're trying to redo the episodes for it. There is some stuff I don't exactly... Like, I know that they're going to have to tweak some of the show a bit, just because, well, you can't fit everything into an anime, or a live action. I mean, wow, they're gonna have a lot of the characters in this. Old characters, like some of the really old characters from like the first episodes, man. Very interesting. Ooh. Looks like the animation in the show isn't going to be that bad either. So, not gonna spoil too much. Okay. What are you doing? Wait, oh, yep, that one meme that I probably can't say anything about. I went to a party and he was there. I'm assuming that's some sort of goblin? Guy in a yellow suit, big ears, big eyes. Has a pointy nose. I don't know. Oh, yeah? That's what I would have to do in Pokemon Go to get a new Master Ball. That might take me a few years to, do that. Well, not exactly sure what stream is going to really kind of end up like. IGN's rating it a 6. One Piece live action. That's not horrible. Oh boy, Tyrant, what have you gotten yourself into? 2 hours and I never have to see this message again. Emil. Alright, I'll like it, but I don't like your post. Just stop ending up in jail, bud. Yeah. Anybody? Nope. No one's here. Of course not. Because, again. This might just be a short stream. Because, honestly, this is as much as I can do if I don't want to, play a game. Which, I mean... what else am I gonna be able to do, huh? Hey, I'm burned out. I work all day. Like, I'm bloody tired. And I just don't have the energy to commentary over a game right now. Not like I can really show you anything else because, PlayStation only allows you to stream games. I can't stream from my computer. And now I'm just complaining. I'll just doubt that. 1, no one wants to hear, and 2, does it really matter? No. Of course not. I guess one thing I should say is, actually, Tyron, you're probably never gonna see this, but good on you for almost having what, 400 streams, I think it was. Can't quite remember. But, yeah, good on you. let's see where you keep going. What does this road ahead of you have? I'm pretty intrigued to see. As, well, my road... pretty bland, pretty dark. Not sure exactly where it's going. Not exactly sure what's on it. No. Gotta keep going to see where it ends, right? Besides, the journey's the fun part. But right now, at least on the stretch of... Okay, that was cursed. But at least today, probably not going to be much. Well, I'm just curious. If I were able to do anything besides like face reveal or, anything personal, what would you guys be interested in? Again, I'm probably talking... Oh, no, there is someone. But, yeah, what would you guys be interested in me doing? If one day I ever did, have access to a usable computer that could stream. Would it be, well, I don't know, VR content? Would it be... I want to play Baldur's Gate at some point, but unfortunately can't do that. Man. Just... maybe I'll rant just a little bit more. Right now it kind of sucks just, seeing my friends being, doing well for themselves. And something about that is I commend them for that. They've worked hard. They haven't just, slouched around, did nothing. They are hardworking. Now, are all my friends, hardworking? Let's be honest. It's hard to motivate yourself at points, yes. Do you gotta take a break now and then? Yes. Maybe taking a few too many breaks, but have you worked yourself to a point where it shows that you can at least do something? Yeah. And for me, I just kind of wonder, at this very point, is it money that's holding me back? Is it me that's holding me back? Is it the equipment I have holding me back from doing better right now, I guess? What's holding me back? Because at some point, I'd like to, issue a VTuber model. But, well, I don't have the ability to do that right now, nor the knowledge to do that. I can't really collab with anyone. Unless they want to, I don't know, play on a PlayStation 4. which, again, how many people are doing that nowadays? Probably not a ton. But I would like to, get to that point one day where I can collab with, friends and other people just to, have something different. Because all I do every day is I wake up, I go to work, then I go to work, and depending on what day it is, then I go to work. And then if I can somehow muster up the strength or even energy, I stream, which would I call it a job per se? I would never say that this hobby is a job. Even if one day I did make money off it. Or even if it did. Hey, Cal. Oh, Kim, you're still here? You go to college? I haven't gone to college in around 2 years. Sorry for the ranting. Just, I don't know. I thought no one was here. Figured I'll just rant into the void. I rant a lot. But no, I haven't gone to college in around 2 years. Just because, well, shocker of shocks, money is an issue. And you could say, well, why don't you go for scholarships? Why don't you take out a loan? Doing a loan, I feel, at least, would... Like, there's one thing about... Like, if I were pursuing knowledge just because... excuse me for a moment. Okay. Excuse me for 1 minute. I think my computer's starting to run hot. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that. The computer... I didn't have any fans going, and I guess it's hotter than I thought where I was at. So, yeah. I also was charging my phone, and I just touched the, that wall port thing. And it felt like I just pulled something right out of the oven. So, yeah, still pretty warm. But, yeah, the reason why I haven't at least gone back to college or pursued college, at the time it wasn't money. Like, I was financially stable at that time. God, that is kind of hot. But part of it was the thing I was going into was computer science at this college. And right before classes were going to start, my professor, I guess she decided to go to a different college. And what was it? Like, I know that it was very short time notice. I think it was either 1 or 2 days before classes start that they're like, Oh, hi, is this, yada yada? Is this Skylar? Yeah, this is me. Did I not pay or something? Oh, no. Like, you paid for classes and all that. Your professor is not going to be here for this semester, so we do not have this, major right now. So what do I do about that? Oh, please just come in and, we'll deal with it. We'll set you up with someone who can deal with it. Alright, I guess I'll come in. So I go in, and I'm just like, okay. And they set me up with the president of the college. And yes, there is a president of the college. And he sat me down with, because something else about this professor that left, she was also my advisor. So it was like, okay, so I go up to the front desk, and they're like, oh, hello, who are you, and why are you here? Like, the usual answers of, why the heck are you here? My classes were dropped, as the professor is no longer here. Oh, okay, let me just let me just send you to your advisor. Yeah, she was also my advisor. Oh. Well, I'll just have you go meet so-and-so. And I'm just thinking, this is already gonna become a headache. This is gonna become such a headache. So, I go and meet one of the other advisors, and I've met quite a few of the advisors as I worked at that college for a little while. As, what was it? Maintenance. Like, I would clean stuff, paint walls, that kind of stuff. So I remember going in and I'm like, okay, yeah, so here's the situation. Oh, okay. So, here's what we'll do. We'll have your core classes, like, the stuff that you would have needed regardless, math, other stuff, electives, and, we'll just throw in some filler classes, and by next semester, we should, have this figured out. Oh, okay. So, and I figured out the classes, and I enjoyed some of those classes. Like, I got to do a theater class, and I remember really enjoying that. But it was one of those classes that was late at night, so I would have to go to class, the only class I had at night. But, what? I think I lived around the college at that time, so it wasn't, such a, like, oh, well, I gotta go through a sketchy neighborhood or anything like that. It's just like, oh, it's just, like, I could walk to it if need be. Excuse me, I think. Alright. Yep. Looks like things are cooling down. So, after that semester, I'm like, okay, finally, I can get back into my computer science classes. Because I wanted to either learn about coding or learn about animation. Because I was very interested in those two things. I'm still pretty interested in those things. And, like, I remember having to go to the front desk and they're like, oh, hi, like, the same question as before, like, who are you, what are you needing? And I said, yeah, I just need to talk to an advisor. Oh, you don't know who your advisor is? Yeah, she was the professor that left last semester. Are you a new one? I don't actually think they did. Oh. We'll just go let you see this person. And they were one of the professors, but I guess they were also an advisor as well. So I go and try to find them. They weren't there. So I go back to the front desk. Hey, yeah, they're not here. Oh, and that's just like, oh no. When you hear, like, someone who might, be able to help you with something like that, and they're just like, oh. And it's just like, oh gosh, this is gonna be one of those deals. Because I'll talk about it after this, because I don't want to get too off track. So I'm just thinking, okay, well, I know that there's other advisors, so it won't be a huge deal. And they say, okay, just go take a seat, and we'll set you up with one of our others advisors. And so I, wait, and eventually I'm able to talk to one of these advisors, and I'm like, hi, and they ask me, like, okay, what major were you going into? And I'm like, computer science. And they look at me and they're like, again, the signs of, I'm probably gonna get screwed. Yeah, if you don't mind, I like to reschedule this to, 2 days later? Like this, we had time before classes started this semester. And it was just like, I like to, would you mind, meeting the president of the college and just talking about this, as this didn't just affect me, it affected a few other students as well. Which, I mean, it's kind of nice knowing that, hey, I'm not the only one who has to deal with this, but it was just kind of like, oh, God, come on. And so I got to talk to that advisor again, and to the college president. I'm not sure if he was the president or if it was some other type. I know he had power there, though. He could call some shots. And so I remember going to him, and they're like, yeah, well, we do not have this major anymore, but we could help you move to another college. And the reason why I didn't go to another college wasn't just because of the money. It was just because I lived within that area, so convenience, especially since I was going to a community college at that time, which community colleges are a lot cheaper than actual colleges, even if you did have scholarships and that kind of stuff. Going to an actual college, here in America, it is just, it digs into your finances quick. Really quick. Because they don't make it oh yeah, you'll learn this. Especially the easy stuff. It's oh yeah, you have to learn algebra 2, you gotta learn a little geometric. No, they don't make it okay, we can, cram this all into one, semester, or even just a few semesters. No, we want you to stay here for at least around 2 years. Doing this one core subject. And that might get me on another tangent, but again, push that to the end. So I talked to the advisor and the president, and eventually I'm just kind of you know what? Just give me a semester and let me think this all through. Because either I'm going to, have to uproot, have to quit my job, have to, or be hey, I'm going to this other college. Is there by chance any other job location around in that area? Or you actually have to quit and then have to deal with finding a new job, which that was one of the things that kind of stopped me from doing that. Wait, no, actually I didn't have a job at that time. I just realized I was working at the college at that time, but because I wasn't doing classes, I couldn't work there. I guess college requirements or something. And so I'm just thinking, oh, God, I'm actually gonna have to worry about this for an entire, a few months. Because that's how long semesters are, a few months. And I don't know how, but I think I actually dodged a bullet around that time. Because I do remember that COVID, around that time that I was like, okay, do I go to college? Do I not? Oh, wait, no. Man, I'm really sorry. I'm getting the timeline confused. No, actually, that would have been around. No, the last time I was at college was around when COVID hit. Because I remember having to wear a mask and having to do Zoom calls and that sort of stupid crap. But I think during that's when COVID really hit hard. Like, a lot of unfortunate events happened. The vaccine wasn't around yet. And I pretty much just called it, said, yeah, no, I'm done with this right now. Let me just, I'll wait. Hey, Strix. Sorry. Hi. Sorry. I don't know why I'm saying sorry. You just. Hi. I don't know why this has stun locked me, I guess. But yeah, around that, I'm pretty sure I was just pretty fed up with the college at that point. Just like, you don't have my major. You maybe do these other classes that I'm paying for. Like, I'm not paying, a couple $100. I'm paying around $2,000 for just a few months to do classes that aren't going to go towards anything. And I do get reimbursed a little bit of that, but that's just for that doesn't include everything. So, yeah, that's kind of why I quit college. That's why I'm a college dropout right now. Just because, well, money, and also kind of got peeved off with the college at that time for, oh yeah, that major you had. Yeah. We want you to start from square one. We're gonna wipe everything. Especially the core stuff you did. Straight from the get-go. So I have to spend even more money at a college that just decided to call that shot. Yeah. Now, I did say that there were some side tangents to that. One of the side tangents that I had with that college, and it wasn't just that college, it's just something overall, is if you've ever heard of this program called Pearson. Now, if you know exactly what I'm talking about, may that probably strike fear into your hearts. Because I remember hating that program with a passion. With an unrivaled rage. Because, yeah, Pearson is a stupid product. Point blank. A piece of crap. Like, not even well checked. And it was a program I remember having to pay for. Twice? 3 times? And I hate it every time. Because if you're confused, okay, what's so bad about Pearson? It sounds like it is an education program. But I had to do it for math classes. And the problem with it is, it would show you a problem. So let's say something simple like 2 plus 2 equals 4. So something easy like that. But somehow it would be like, yeah, 2 plus 2 equals 5. It would have simple problems like that once in a while, where it's like, oh, it's clearly 32, it's 46, it's 76, it's something very simple. It's not even a hard problem, and you click the right answer, and it says you're wrong. Like, no, you stupid idiot. How can you get this wrong? Here, we'll spell it out for you. And it's like, I got the answer right, though. And then you have to grab the professor and be like, hey, the program's stupid. And I remember the first time I actually said that to one of my professors, like, yeah, this program is dog shit. Like, it's absolute crap. Because I've dealt with it again in the past in high school, and it still was crap back then. And was happy to see not much changed. So they're like, okay, here, let me do the math right fast. And then they're like, oh, yeah, no, you're right, they're wrong. And that kind of made me think, they have not fixed anything with this, have they? No, because 5 more times that happened where I would get an answer right, but the program would say, no, you stupid, or not even have the answer. And I would have to actively just inquire with the professor, being like, hey, yeah, this is what I got, because we could show our actual work on, like, pieces of paper. And they would be like, okay, so... Because they could see, okay, what answers you got right, what answers you got wrong. And they could actually, like, go into the system and fix it. What are you ranting about, bud? Just college in general? No. What? Kim asked if I went to college, and I was talking about college, and then it got me into just that stupid program, and really, I don't feel like playing a game today. That's kind of what is going on. Like, I just didn't want to rage at a game today, or, have to manage dinosaurs. So I figured, let's just talk. Let's just talk. Let's talk about something, anything. And I can't, well, you probably, yeah. And the reason why I have the game's death stores in the background for this is I can't stream without a game with PlayStation, as I'm pretty sure you're aware of. Otherwise, I would love to, boot up OPS and, have something. But computer won't let me do that. So this is the next best things. The limits of PlayStation 4 streaming. Yeah. I would also play, some Spotify music in the background or something, but again, the limits of PlayStation. Probably still gonna get the PlayStation 5 at some point in my lifetime, but probably not right now. Hey, Toast. Yeah. Yeah. Then I know that I was ranting earlier in the stream about kind of this issue exactly, like how I'd love to, have more freedom. Like, right now, with the way I have to run my channel, if I want to, do anything, is it's got to go through PlayStation. Or, unless I want to do a video. But, I don't want to just pump out like, oh, I just recorded me doing all this. Let's leave it unedited, and just drop it, and it gets like 1 view. And I don't really care too much about... Well, I probably should not say that, because I do care a little. I would like, the channel to become prosperous at some point. But it's just like I love to, get a new computer, and I would love to, you know, stream with you guys and with my other friends who, are on the PC master race. But I'm balled and chained to the PlayStation right now. I mean, I could probably do some stuff on my Xbox, but I don't know how you do things on that. It probably isn't that complicated, but I could figure it out. Why ball and chained? Well, because as much as I kind of want to get into videos a bit more, it's just by the time I even get into the process of making videos, I'm already exhausted from work, and I have to deal with other life things. Like the last video that I uploaded was I hired someone to do that. Like, I managed to scrounge up enough money to commission someone to do a little editing for me. And I will say that while they didn't, do like a whole, that extra editing, I enjoyed them, I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed commissioning them, and got to know them a little bit. Knew them a little bit before I commissioned them. So, yeah. But I guess part of why I'm saying ball and chain, like for the PlayStation 4. Yeah, if you actually did check out that person, like they're really sweet, they're really nice, they're really amazing, and they are a YouTuber / Twitch streamer, and I found them through someone else, but just on the off chance they ever see this, I'm probably not gonna, gush over them that much. Just because the last thing I want them to do is bring this up in conversation and be like, oh, hey, I saw that stream where you were talking about me, and just be like, God. I don't know why I also had this... It's not anxiety. Or it's just, I don't know. Like when I see you, Strife, or Nia, or like any of my other friends pop up into my streams, I don't know why. I just am like a deer in headlights. Like I don't know what about it is. Like just makes me like pause or just be like, okay, gotta process, I guess. For the first time in a while I actually got napping and it felt amazing, but now I'm tired again. Hey, that's sleep debt. That's how it works. It sucks. It sucks. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because part of me still has that sort of, small YouTuber... I don't know. Like, small YouTuber vibe, I guess, that I still attach myself to. And when I see like one of you guys who's definitely has gone farther than me, or like, you're actually getting growth, you're actually able to do stuff, you actually have options, and you take the time out of your day to watch whatever junk I'm streaming. Okay, maybe it's not junk. Trash. That's perfect. That's perfect for what I... Okay, maybe I'm a little hard on myself. Yeah, but compare me to you. I mean, I guess that is part of the thing, right? Like, you could have a million subscribers and only 1% of them actually show up and, interact with you, right? But I guess it's also just. I guess it's also you guys that kind of push me to keep doing this. Not like in, a toxic way. It's just like, if I do better, maybe I can help out my friends. And if they do better, not necessarily saying like if you do better, then you're gonna help me out. But something I want to do is, like just help people. That's what this channel is for. You streaming? Or is it just gonna be Nia? Oh god. Shut up, phone. Shut up. Oh yeah. Well, something I probably should do at some point is eat your. I don't think it would fit down my throat. I'm not one of those people with, what is it, leukemia? I think it is the interesting eating disorder. But yeah, I just get one of those, realistic-looking chocolate phones, and I start just devouring it. But one of these days, I need to collab with you and Nia. Strife. Or just one of you. If, I don't know, the other one's too busy. I need to, actually, like, I don't know, reach out. I don't know why I always, like, what's holding me back from that, I guess. If you're still here. I don't know if you are. I know that you're streaming. Guys, he's probably gonna announce an ASMR channel. Oh, I mean, that would be cool. Yeah, but I guess I'm going back into that like smaller streamer vibe of. I guess that's almost a little predatoristic, I guess. Like, something that I have definitely seen a lot is, oh, this person has a bigger channel count. Let's collab. But I guess that's something that will be really hard to get rid of. Or at least that viewpoint at times. Because I remember doing my collab with Fear a while back. It's like having that exact same idea. Like, if I could, get 1% of what she has. Because she's only done this, like, for a shorter time than I have. But she also puts in a lot more work. You and Nia, like, you don't slouch with your content when you upload it. Like, you provide, like, really good content. Yeah, it always feels weird trying to contact people that are bigger. Feels like I'm being scummy. Yeah. And, like, and that's just part of it as well. Because I remember when I would do, like, before you or Nia even, like, were around on my channel, or, like, popping in, there were people who always wanted to, like, oh, hey, I have that game, let's collab, and it's just like, no offense, I don't really know who you are. Also, I guess it just, like, even though, say, I'm, like, the bigger channel, it's just, I feel scummy for being like, you're not on the same quality as me. just almost have that sort of like get on my level, bro, sort of, but not quite, because it's just like it's so hard to know like, oh hey, this person actually wants to collab with me and actually have fun, compared to so many people nowadays who are just like, hey, let's collab, and let's be absolute douchebags to each other. Yeah, but it's normal to vet the people you may allow on your stream. I don't want someone joining and just being super weird. And that's something else. Like, Sin. God, I hit my mic, didn't I? Sorry. That's something I kind of talked to about with Sin. Due to their anxiety of meeting new people. Like, I would like them to, meet some of my friends that they haven't met. But, sort of, part of it is, before streaming with someone, at least that's what I want to try and do, is get to know the person first, before I go on stream with them. Kind of, have one of those deals where it's like, okay, let's hang out for a couple of hours, just to see if, let's say, there's some good chemistry there for, entertainment. Because the last thing you want to get on there is, like, just get on a stream with someone you've never met, you don't know what their equipment's like, their setup's up, and it's a deputy, and it's just like, they have their AC right next to their mic, and you can barely hear them. And then it's not just you dealing with it, it's your audience, and then it's just like... Or, someone, like... And not saying that there aren't going to be people who, are like, oh yeah, hey, nice to meet you, how are you doing? Like, super friendly. Then later they're like, yeah, hey... I'm a major douche. I was trolling you the entire time. It's just... Like, that's why I want to get to know someone before doing a collab with them. That's why I would be comfortable to doing a collab with you and Nia, or... Kay. Or... just... Or Fear, or Tyrant, or... Like, or, even if, let's say, Voldemort. Well, I kind of do the same thing when they're here. Like, I say S and N. Just because, I don't want to step on anybody's feet. Like, I'm not wanting to make anybody uncomfortable. I know that the situation between you and them are... Like, yeah. Like, it's my choice to be friends with you guys, and it's my choice to be friends with them. But, yeah. Gonna have to go. Hope you have a good rest of your stream, my dude. And you have a good stream as well. And anybody who's here who actually wants to watch, some gameplay, go check the Low Health Heroes out on Twitch. They're going to be playing Dead by Daylight. And they're a lot more entertaining than me. Just trust me on that. Just trust me on that. All of a sudden, Kyler's eating his entire PlayStation 4 on video. No, I am not. I would not dare. But, yeah, like, here. Here, just in case anybody would like to, actually check them out when I'm not streaming. Like, they're really cool folk. Mental basilism? Huh? But yeah, yeah, uh, that they are a good friend of mine. So, again, if you're interested in checking out their channel, uh, or, you know, their Twitch channel at least, go right ahead. Especially after this, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go with it. But, yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. But, yeah. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Like, I could continue ranting on about, I don't know, how weird it is to be part of, like, I guess maybe this is something I could talk about, is how in my entire friends group right now, me and Sin, well, actually Sin technically has a VTuber model, like not, you know, an official of their own model yet, but right now I'm the only one in my entire content creator friend group that isn't a VTuber at the moment. I guess maybe I'm a PNG tuber. Depends on how you see that. But yeah, just guys, Kyler should do a Dark Souls in one sitting, no death, kill every boss without getting hit, and beat the game. Trust him, he's probably good at the game. I am not. Have you seen me play Death's Doors? It's got a little bit of Dark Souls sprinkled in there. And I have sucked. This game is like an easier Dark Souls in a way, but still, it kind of beat me a little. It made me die inside a little bit. Also, there are parts of Dark Souls, what is it, Dark Souls 2 that I've been playing, at least at that time, that I have zero clue what I'm doing! Yay! Yeah, I don't think I could ever go for like a no-death run. At least not right now. Or like even a speed run. Like I wouldn't mind trying to go for a completionist run for a game. You know, like, oh, well, you gotta get this and you gotta get that, but that's just how I play in general. Try to find that. Like, I'm just such a loot slime in a lot of games. It's like, okay, what do I need to do? I need to make sure that I can carry as much as possible and just take about everything I can carry. That is pretty much me. Not like a loot gremlin. No, I need to hold more than the loot gremlins. I need to, you know, figure out any way I can just even so much as drag my loot to my lair. But yeah, that is something. Fallout Collection runs are a bit time-consuming. Yeah, that is something I have actually thought about doing. Is well, at some point, is doing the Fallout series, but I haven't quite decided if I would do, you know, the first Fallout, like the first couple of Fallouts that are, what are they? Click RPGs? I think that's what you call them. Especially since they're pretty old and kind of buggy, and I probably would have to watch a walkthrough for some of that stuff. But probably, I don't know, start at I watched it if I had time. I probably would start off with either Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. And then eventually, go into Fallout 4. Probably never gonna, try to complete Fallout 76 as that's a multiplayer game for the most part. Like, yeah, it does have story and that kind of stuff, but the story is revolving. So it'd be kind of hard to, complete it. But yeah. And maybe do something similar to, Oblivion, Morrowind, Skyrim. I wish we could play Minecraft. Not right now, but at least. Not right now, at least. Just because trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out so much. 76 is meh game, in my opinion. There are aspects of 76 I quite enjoy. At least when I did it. Like, the mutations were an interesting aspect to it. Like, I really enjoyed the mutations. And also the excavator power armor. Like, I thought that was, like, really cool. And also the cryptids. Like, actually having cryptids. Not like, if you squint real hard, you could maybe think that Deathclaw might be Sasquatch. Kind of deal. Like, no. Or, like, oh, well, Fallout 4 only has aliens. I think Fallout 3 also has aliens. But 76 had has Wendigos. It has Mothman. The Snallygaster. Well, also aliens. You can't have a Fallout game nowadays without aliens, alright? It'd be like, I don't know. What's a game that can't have something without it? I guess it would be like having Elder Scrolls without some sort of magic to it, right? Okay, maybe that's a little too core impact. Mauled by a Wendigo speedrun. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. No, there's also... I'm trying to remember what the Bigfoot... Not the Grassman. What is his name? In the game. I forgot. The big headless kind of guy. He's supposed to be like the equivalent of Bigfoot. But I can't remember what his name is. What is it? What is it? God, I can't think of it. Because there's Snallygaster, there's the Wendigo, Mothman. Of course, the aliens. But what is that one guy? I can't remember him. For some reason. Well, actually, there is also another cryptid. It's the, God, I can't remember those two. For whatever reason. Yeah, it might come to me later when I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm gonna... Easy speedrun IRL. What, Wendigo? I'd rather not. I mean, I know that Wendigo psychosis is a thing. But I'd rather not run into a Wendigo. To be all honest. Especially if it wasn't, a mystical Wendigo. I mean, if it ran into a mystical Wendigo, yeah, I'd be dead. There's no way I would be able to, get away from that. That would be like me trying to fight a skinwalker. I'm dying, unfortunately. The Gremlins of the Mountain. Are you talking about Tommy knockers? I'm on the run. The FBI found my browsing history. Alright, well, see you around. Thanks for dropping by, Cal. Well, like, I'm trying to think about, like, what? Like, now I'm trying to think about what, like, let's say that I were able to get a new computer next week. Not gonna happen, unfortunately, but I guess I'm kind of just curious, like, what games I have in my library right now. If I were able to start streaming right out of the dragon's mouth, like, that is a weird analogy I just made up. I don't know where that analogy came from. Just kind of out of nowhere. West of Loathing. Slime Rancher. Siren Head Awaken. Bunch of SCP games. Raft. I think I would do that with like a friend or something. When well, yeah, probably would have to wait till, better computer, because I can't run that game very well anymore. Graveyard Keeper. The Epic Battle Fantasy 3 through 5. Actually, I would love to do that. Dark Deception. I'm not sure if I would be able to play that game on YouTube. The Binding of Isaac. There is a place called Skinwalker Ridge, and it has an EMW of microwave radiation able to take out helicopters, rockets, and animals. Can't say I've heard of Ridge. I've heard of Ranch, Skinwalker Ranch, where there's believed to be sightings of Bigfoot, Skinwalkers, aliens, interdimensional beings, dimensional portals, mutilated cows, spaceships, men in black. Like, there's just a lot of things apparently at Skinwalker Ranch. It is Ridge. I'm pretty sure it's Ranch, but let me type in Skinwalker, and if I said Ranch, yeah, Skinwalker Ranch. Yep, there's an entire Wikipedia page. What if I typed in Ridge? Maybe that's something else. Ridge. Nothing was brought up on Ridge. All I'm seeing is Skinwalker Ranch. Hey, name. Like, everything says ranch, 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 ranch. I'm drowning in the ranch sauce right now. drowning in all that ranch. But I do know that there's been quite a few shows made, like on the History Channel. Why are you not playing? Because I can't stream without a game going on, and I don't feel like playing today. Maybe the ridge is what surrounds the ranch? Yeah, I know that there's like a ridge around the ranch. But the main part of it is called Skinwalker Ranch. Alright. Oh. I like how I just checked my, my Steam notifications, and it's just like, hey, this, Skinwalker Hunt game is, discounted right now. Do you want to buy? Sorry, I can't right now. I like how we were talking about skinwalkers, and it's just like, hey, by the way, it works as a dish focusing microwaves. It probably does. But yeah, there's like so many stories from it. Like alien stories, dimensional stories. There's even some stories I've heard of like strange animals, like supposedly some folks that lived on the ranch for a very short amount of time saw a big black wolf, and it didn't really pay any heed to them. So they figured, oh, maybe it's, you know, somewhat domesticated or something like that. Attacked one of their cattle, they shot at it, didn't even flinch. Did not even flinch. And took the cow, ran into the woods. They chased it, shot it a few more times, and wolf disappeared, cow disappeared. Until a few days later, they found what was left of the cow. But all they found left when they were chasing that wolf was just footprints that led to nowhere. Like they just all of a sudden disappeared. And what was left of it was some weird smell. But a lot of that stuff is like, well, is it true? Is it false? The waves can be a source of radiation hallucinations. But something about that, is hallucinations can't take a bullet. Hallucinations can't drag a cow away in front of your very eyes. Also, I think this was like, and again, all of this I'm saying, I'm not exactly sure how true it is, but apparently those same ranchers had all their cows stuck into a, what was it, like a camper or something that has been sealed for years. Like, literally welded shut. Like, there's no way you would be able to get into it. Like, and I'm remembering this a lot from memory, but one day they walked out of their house because their corral was very close to their house, and they saw that the gate was open and the cows weren't in there. Okay, so what would any, normal person expect? Ah, shoot, someone forgot to shut the gate. Okay, well, let's go find the cows. They searched half that day and they could not find the cattle in their area, in their ranch area. And one of them, by chance, because they supposedly had this camper that was welded shut on their property, had those cows in it, and they were alive. Just standing there. Kyler, if those things existed, they would already be in containment or dead. What would be in containment? Those cows? We went for a collaboration talking about this. Yeah. But like they were trying to figure out how let's say that this account somehow was real, first of all, how would you be able to get those cows into that? SCP or Skinwalkers? SCP all the way. Because Skinwalkers are part of that SCP canonical lore. Or, like, there's a lot of Skinwalker-ish stuff in the SCP. Like, space. But a lot of the accounts that have been accounted for, you can't exactly just say, well, it was, hallucinations. Like, for example, if, like, that wolf I was talking about. Kyle, you asked me what would be dead or in containment. You asked, Kyler, if those things existed, they already would be in containment or dead. I think I read that, and I was trying to inquire about, like, what you're talking about. Like, are you talking about the cows? Were you here for the wolf part? Are you talking about aliens? Were you talking about the dimensional beings? Skinwalkers? Like, what part of it are you talking about? Then I said SCP or Skinwalkers would be dead or in containment. You did not group that all together. You said SCP or Skinwalkers. Like, you're asking me a question of, okay, which do I choose? I don't know for what. But, yeah, kind of to what I was saying before about, like, the hallucination thing you brought up. A hallucination can't take a bullet. And again, a hallucination can't drag away a cow. Yeah, after you said what would be dead or... I was reading your comment. I don't believe I brought up any... I was talking about cows that somehow got trapped in a camper that was welded shut. And was kind of going over the idea of how would you be able to get a good-sized herd of cattle into a welded shut camper without them making a fuss. And also not making a lot of noise. That's what I was talking about. But also, something else about radiation is pretty easy to give them drugs. But even if you gave a cow drugs, they're going to act weird. They're not going to just stand there still, like in a daze. They're not just going to stand there and do nothing. Especially when you put an animal into an enclosed area. And not just one animal, but quite a lot of them. They're not just going to be like, That's something else. They were standing. And they were in a daze. They weren't asleep. But also something else is... cows either stand sleeping, or like I've seen cows just laying down and sleeping. But trying to narc an entire herd without alerting the owners of those cows that something's going wrong, because they're gonna moo, and they're gonna moo loud, and they're gonna be running, they're gonna be active. You're gonna hear all that commotion. So unless you have, I don't know, the freaking Dart Squad, the Ninja Dart Squad on them, on a random herd of cattle out in the middle of pretty much nowhere, in Skinwalker Ranch, and somehow herd them all into an enclosed camper that has already been welded shut. So you're already taking up the time to unweld that somehow, then re-weld that. And also those narcotics are going to work for only so long. Like, they're not going to work all day. At best, they might work 10 minutes. And, like, that's just part of it. It's just, there's too much in the way to make it like, nah, the cows are just dimensional beings. That would make so much sense. Yeah, those lucky farmers got to eat some interdimensional cow. Wagyu. They got that interdimensional Wagyu. Only the highest graded stuff in all the dimensions. Us mere mortals rarely ever get this kind of stuff. But, yeah, there's a lot of accounts from Skinwalker Ranch. And I know that a lot of them are probably, balls made up. Like, people haven't even been there. And then there's, like, some of that stuff that is just misconception. It was late. Like, are you sure you actually saw what you saw? Those cows just went in a camper in peace. In a camper that you otherwise couldn't get in? Like, welded shut? Like, none of the windows were broken? Those cows, you wouldn't be able to fit them through a camper window. Like, you would have to unweld at least, the back of the camper, which it's pretty loud when you do any sort of welding. Like, you're gonna hear that. Nah, those cows just different. They were actually all skinwalkers. That's how they got in there. Just some skinwalkers wanted to mess with the folk. So they just killed the cows and became the cows. They got a silenced welder. Silenced welders are not a thing. Because that would be... like, you would have to have something that, first of all, would be hotter than a lot of the stars that we already have, condensed into one little torch to be hot enough and also silent enough. Granted, by that account, you probably have already burnt half the camper. Like, no one's whipping out their lightsaber and just unwelding a camper, because you would again hear that. Anything can be a silence welder. All you need to do is shut the thing up and keep it quiet/silent. Just put the volume down so they won't hear it. But this is out in not just like a ranch, but in sort of like a big bowl. So volume, like, sound's gonna echo. And also, this camper wasn't that far away from the house, supposedly, from what I can recall. Like, it was just pretty much in the backyard. Why are we talking about cows? Because I was talking about how, like before, when I was talking about that wolf that they couldn't kill, that dragged away one of the cows. Supposedly, not long after that, they lost their entire herd, and they assumed that they just got out, and they found them in a welded camper that was welded before the cows were in there, and there's no sign that someone unwelded it and then re-welded it, because one, that would have taken too long, two, how would you get the cows in there, and three, how would you do such a clean weld that it looks like it hasn't even been re-welded? Was there a bottom of the camper? Yeah, they were standing on something. Because I would think that they would be like, wait, hold on, is that a bunch of cow feet under, like, near that camper? In that camper? Like, they searched half a day for these cows. Again, supposedly, if this story was real. I'm not saying it's fake, but I'm not saying it's real. No one is gonna lift a camper full of cows. Aliens! I mean... I don't know. Supposedly also with these same folk, they did notify, I guess, the government. Or, you know, someone who claimed to be the government. And had, like, a team come out to survey the area. And, yeah, they did find radiation. So, they're, like, Spy, there's a little bit of what you were talking about. And they even threw out, like, it might be, you know, some sort of hallucination gas. Like, are we sure the family isn't taking drugs? They aren't taking any of that, peyote plant. Any peyote. Or anything else. Nope. They're clean. Supposedly, that's what they said. And even the group did according to them, they did see quite a few interesting things. They saw the wolf. They saw interesting creatures. There's always a slight chance, but who knows? It's like saying when pigs fly. And I don't mean throw the pigs or fill them with helium. Imagine working on a government office and getting a call about cows being stuck in a camper. Well, I feel like they would, you know, talk more about how a wolf dragged away a cow, disappeared, and the cow came back. I'd be more interested in the disappearing wolf than just, oh, well, someone put cows in a camper. The wolf is on steroids. But that wolf was on something completely otherworldly than steroids at that point. Let's be honest. If it can carry away a full-grown cow, it can get shot multiple times with a hunting rifle. You know, you probably know that hunting rifles are known to try and penetrate the skin to get to the nice gushy parts of the body. I remember talking about this kind of stuff with friends when I was in 8th grade. That was a normal work out for the wolf. Getting shot at isn't a workout. That'd be like saying, I'm gonna become bulletproof. Now, Timmy, make sure you load up the RPG. And I want you to blast it right into my rock-hard abs. This should make me average... No. There's a reason why wolves hunt in packs. Even with cows. Like, yeah, a normal cow might seem like, Oh, that would be so easy to kill. Especially for like a predator. But in a herd? Especially if they're in a tight, contained area. Cows. Like, I have learned that you do not upset a herd of cows. Did you see how big the wolf was? It was unusually large. Was black. And did not seem too interested in the people. Like, it almost sort of seemed domesticated at first. Like, it did not at all... Like, it came up right up to the people. Maybe that's something I should have added. Maybe that's something I shouldn't have. But, yeah, it came... That was just the main boss. Well, there was, like, wolves were in the... Like, there was known to be wolves in the area. But seeing a big black wolf, and it is oddly just fine with people... Either that wolf had taken something that day to just come right up to people who were armed. Do you know if it was trying to lead the people? No. It didn't try to lead them. It wasn't like, hey, follow me. No. Like, they saw it multiple times. Like, just out in the forest line. And one day it got close to the cow pen. And one of the cows had their head sticking out. Went right for that cow. And dragged that cow away. I can't remember if it was actually a full-grown cow. Or if it was... It might have been a calf. That would have made more sense. Instead of, you know, a full-grown cow. And they shot at the wolf. And the wolf didn't react. At all. And they were using a hunting rifle. Like, you know, something that kills wolves. The wolf just had projectile protection on every piece of armor. Possibly. Bro just wanted some beef. Yeah. And it ran into the forest, still getting shot at. And just disappeared. Like, got so far into the forest that even its tracks just poof, gone. They just ended right there. No sign of the calf. Okay, at this point, it would make more sense if it was a calf and not a cow. It's been so long since I even remember. I don't even remember where I found this story. I just remember it for some reason. And a few days later, they found what was left of that calf. Well, what about the blood? Blood, tracks, all of it disappeared. The only thing that was left, besides the tracks, was an odd smell, they said. Like this odd, sort of stingy smell. I hope the cow wasn't built like Daniel Lambert. Probably wasn't. But they did see the wolf a few more times after that. And they did, again, shoot at the wolf. But it wasn't bothered. But I guess whatever they found left of that cow was odd, to say the least. Did or didn't? Did or didn't what? Oh, are you talking about the blood? I would assume there was blood, but any tracks that wolf would have led, even blood tracks, just everything's... shoot. I didn't hear what you said. They did shoot at it. But the wolf dragged away the cow, calf, whatever it was. Again, it makes sense if it was a calf. And when the ranchers tried and continuously tried to kill the wolf, because hey, that shows that it can be a danger to their herd if it will actually attack their animals. Uh, they, like, it got so far ahead of them, even though that they were shooting at it, carrying this calf, and it got just far enough in that it disappeared. They followed the tracks ended. The possible blood trail ended, and there was an odd smell of where they last could at least track this wolf. So, either it was an interdimensional werewolf, or that wolf just, I don't know, decided to go George of the Jungle all of a sudden. That's my only two thoughts. It decided to climb a tree, which wolves don't normally do. It had wings. I feel like they would have seen a flying wolf. Like, they were not in Jersey Devil territory. Well, bro drank an invisible potion and flew away. Then how would that affect, the calf? I mean, that would be horrifying to see just this dead flying calf carcass up in the air and just like, woo! The wolf wanted to pay but got ignored, so he just... No, it just walked right up to the corral. Because, again, like, it tricked the ranchers into thinking, oh, it's, probably someone's pet. Because you've heard of people having pet bears and tigers and wolves. So, oh, maybe it's someone's pet that, just got loose or something. Like, it hasn't, hurt anybody. Do you mean lions, tigers, and bears on by? Oh, The Wizard of Oz? Is that what you're talking about? I mean, that cow just wanted to hang out with his buddy and got... well, snatched up is the right word if you want to talk about having your neck snapped. And then violently ripped out of a cage. Or a corral. And then get what's left of you just dragged away. And then show up not just a few days later with quite a bit intact. Did I have that part too? Or did I not? Yeah, supposedly what was left of the animal was still pretty intact. Like, wasn't... Like, ribs weren't broken, skull wasn't torn off. Like, most of the animal was still there. That cow just wanted to watch a game with his friend, but he got stolen like a thing in a store. But you don't steal things like that. But, I'm surprised how long we've talked about this weird wolf story. I'm surprised we haven't gone on to, the aliens tapping on windows, or or the interdimensional creatures that supposedly would just walk out of a portal and then walk back in. Wait, what? Oh, the cow was watched a 3-second ad to get an extra life. Yeah, ha ha ha. And, do a good old... Oh, okay, maybe I won't do that. Was almost about to scream into the mic with a woo, yeah, baby. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what that's what it's all about. Actually, that sounds more like the wolf. And also, it's supposedly ghost and other stuff like that. Yeah, Skinwalker Ranch is a pretty... Nah, no. Nope. Okay, yeah. Actually, just pull up the clip and blast it into the mic. The wolf had a glow up after trying to blow the piggy's house down. Alright. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What are your guys' favorite cryptids? He ain't going for the bacon anymore. He's going for the beef. We have the beef. Dr. Granny before that. Where's the beef? Hold on, Granny, I gotta go get it. What's that? What's your guys' favorite cryptids? You know, Goatman, maybe cryptids that are from around your area. Like, I know a lot of the ones that I talk about are American. Some of them aren't. Like, the Wendigo isn't necessarily entirely... Well, depending on which Wendigo you want to talk about. Actually, no, that's... I'm still confused. What's that? A cryptid? A cryptid is is a creature that has yet to be discovered by science. So, cryptids such as Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, Goatman, Pigman. There's a lot of mans. Man. Flying monkeys of Wait, no, I think it's of Virginia. I don't know why Virginia has so many weirdos. Grassman, Ohio Man. I think that actually is like a cryptid. There's also certain types of... so then more a myth/legend. Some of them are, some of them aren't. So I could give you a cryptid that is technically a real life animal. Sorta. The Kraken. The Kraken is technically a living cryptid. And you probably already know, like, oh, okay, so, we tell that if they don't go to sleep, a dark figure would come and eat them or kill the family. Why are you talking about the Yule Man? Also, bud, you're just talking about shadow people. Granted, usually from... That's just a big squid. Yeah, the giant squid. Or possibly another good example is the sea serpent. Kyla, that's a thing in my country we tell kids. Yeah, but that isn't something that I have just, like, I've heard that from quite a few countries. Like, I've heard that from European, like, well, of course, you're part of a European country, so, yeah, it would make sense that you probably have heard of it. I know over here, we have sort of something similar, the Boogeyman. And in Bosnia, you have the Barkacha. Oh, I don't know why that just reminded me of this really weird... Well, it's a Mongolian ghost. When I type in the Barkacha, it brings up a tree. What if I type in cryptid? That is... Okay, we're getting everything except probably what this is. I'm seeing the Chupacabra. I'm seeing the Naughty Bear. Well, that's an Australian cryptid. Do you know about Krampus? It's a German story. Yeah, I'm aware of Krampus. Krampus is... Like, heck, there's been quite a few movies. The what bear? I probably mispronounced it, but it is called the Nade Bear. Not like a naughty bear. A Nade Bear. Here, I'll just highlight what I see. I wish I could show this. Like, this is what you would have to... That's what, like, shows up when I put in Barak. And I assume that it's Australian. Right? Or is it not? Kenya. So, I think I'm wrong. Pretty sure Kenya is not in Australia. Isn't it something like a Bashuka? I just typed in Bashuka, and I looked at the images. It says images of a Bakachara cryptid. And I'm very... Okay, I see a sheep squatch in there. But, yeah, no. I see weird dog. I just see a bunch of dogs. See a bunch of dogs. I see a dog eating, I think, a table leg? Maybe it's not such a well-known cryptid. No, I meant like something that has to do with Russia and a mother. I don't know. I don't know. I know that there's a back-breasted ghost from Mongolia. And that's pretty much the best way I'm gonna try and explain it. Can you play Minecraft? Not gonna play Minecraft. We're just chatting today, Cheeto Buff. Right now we're talking about cryptids. You into cryptids? Yep. You are? Do you know what a cryptid is? Just in case, you know, you're like, no, I'm not. And you're not even quite sure what it is. Oh, you're not sure what a cryptid is? A cryptid is a animal or creature not discovered by science yet. So think of like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster or shadow people. Yeah, those are cryptids. Oh, or a Yeti, yes. Animals or creatures that have yet to be discovered by science. So a good one that I brought up earlier was actually the Kraken, the giant squid. And I don't think I ever said the sea serpent. It's actually believed to be a mixture of eels, sea snakes, and also very possibly the rare sighting of oarfish. Then how do we know? How do we know about cryptids? Well, from passed down legends, believed sightings. Like, if you typed in cryptid, you could probably find tons and tons. Warfish? No, oar. Like a paddle oar. Not talking about a man of war. Let's just say that. Herobrine would not be a cryptid. He would technically be a creepypasta. Yep, that's exactly right. Oarfish are not seen very much. Found it? What were you looking for? Were you looking for the back-breasted ghost, or of Mongolia, or the naughty bear? Let me see what that brings up. Right now it's just bringing me locations. What if I typed in? Bakanaga? Well, I might have found something. What I found was a Bakanaga. And it looks like if a lion and a leopard had a baby. Here. Yeah. Those are gonna confuse me. Creepypasta encrypted? Is it? What is the difference? Is it one is from video games and the other one is real life? The difference between a creepypasta and a cryptid is cryptids are more based off of urban legends. Stuff that has been discovered long ago, from ancient cave paintings to ancient tribes talking about certain types of creatures, or old stories and legends that have been brought about. Even some of the stuff like from the Bible, the Hindu manuscripts, like some religious texts talk about possible cryptids. Like, you could even argue that angels and demons are possible cryptids. I could send the page, but you'll never get it because it's in Bosniak. Probably. But with creepypastas are based off of internet culture. So think of Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, Eyeless Jack. Those are creepypastas. Those were stories that were made on 4chan, Reddit, and they garnered enough of a popular following that they kind of took on a life of their own. The Rake, believe it or not, was a creepypasta, but then later became a cryptid. Because it was believed that someone actually spotted something that was very closely related to the Rake story and description to it. But if you're still trying to think about, okay, what? The Rake? The Rake, well, it even had its own game, but I don't think so anymore. I don't think the game was ever really updated. The Rake was a humanoid creature that was pale white, hairless, had just pure black eyes. I don't know much about the story. I've never read it. My small mind is so lost. It's a human, with glowing eyes. I thought it just had black, soulless black eyes. Granted, I don't really know too much about the Rake. Because something about it was, I remember that there was two things about the Rake that was being argued back when it was popular. Either it's an alien, or it's some interdimensional creature. But supposedly, within the last couple of years, it was believed that someone spotted a Rake out in the wild. Which, of course, that's one of those things you don't want to, meet out in the wild. Nope, glowing, it lures people in just like an anglerfish. Are you sure you're not talking about, the deer? Because that does something very similar. Heck, it even became an SCP. It would do exactly... It's the Rake? Huh. Actually, you know what? Now you got me curious. Huh? Let me look up the Rake. The Rake. What is... Wow! The Rake really got popular. It's even in dictionary.com. Okay, so it came from 4chan. Okay, here's what we've got so far. Humanoid, about 6 feet tall when standing, but usually crouches and walks on all fours. It is very pale skin. The face is blank, as in no nose, no mouth. However, it has 3 solid green eyes. I guess they couldn't find a picture quite for that. One in the middle of its forehead, and the other 2 on either side of its head, towards the back. Usually seen in front yards and suburban areas, usually just watches the observer, but will stand up and attack if approached. When it attacks, a mouth opens up as if a hinged skull that opens at the chin, reveals many tiny but dull teeth. That's supposedly what's on dictionary.com. Would a fairy or a mermaid be? Yeah, those are cryptids. Elves, gnomes, they're believed to be cryptids. Trolls, giants, anything that is believed to possibly be real. Which, there is a sort of fine line of, okay, what is actually a cryptid and what? Let's be honest, what, like, someone, like, let's say a short person, could be classified as an elf, a gnome, or, one of the smaller humanoid creatures. But for someone who's never seen a small person, are you an elf? Or are you a gnome? Because around that time, seeing something like that, having knowledge of that, would be like, what? What? Kyler, about the cryptid from Bosnia, I could translate it from the book. That's up to you if you want to do that. I don't want to, waste your time doing that. If you're not up for it. Not a gnome. Not a gnome. But, yeah, even unicorns are believed to be cryptids. But part of the scientific community believes that, at least right now, unless someone finds a unicorn, that unicorns do in fact exist, just not in the way you probably imagine them. Because let me try to describe this creature. Looks horse-like, has horns, or a horn, not very long horns. Has an interesting pattern on its, a jackalope? Possibly can be pale white, or, albino. What am I? Yeah, a jackalope. That's what the rabbit with antlers is called. Wait, what? Oh, well, yeah, we have discovered cryptids, though. Whoa, I did not know that was a thing. Apparently the devil bird was a cryptid. The devil bird, locally known as the ulama, is a cryptid of Sri Lanka. It is said to emit blood-curdling screeches in the night. In Sri Lanka folklore, it is believed the cry of this bird is an omen that portends death. His precise identity is still a matter of debate, although the spotted-bellied eagle owl matches the profile of the devil bird to a large extent, according to the sightings in 2001. As the sightings are rare and its cry only described in vague terms, the Umalama records might refer to the Ceylon Highlander nightjar. The males of the latter are known to have a scream fight call atypical of nightjars. On the other side of the unicorn, what about nightmares? Oh, are you talking about, demon horses? Yeah, believe so as well. Yeah, there's a small amount of believed cryptids. So, like the Congo elephants, or Hogzilla. Granted, Hogzilla was, just a big hog. What is this? A Siphus? That looks like a porpoise. Kirby's beaked whale. Oh, now I can kind of see it a little bit. Yeah, I know who is not going to get to sleep tonight. Well, part of the thing about cryptids is there is sort of like levels to the cryptid sphere, I guess. Or like the cryptid zones. Like, there are cryptids where it's like, yeah, this could be very believable. Like, say, something like Bigfoot would be more believable than, say, the Rake, for example, or a Wendigo. Like, the idea that there's a possible ape-man out there is very possible. But, say, a Wendigo, for example. Let's say the European Wendigo. A creature with a deer-like head, or moose, or elk, that stands anywhere from 6 to 7 to possibly 9 feet tall, has an unsatiable appetite for human flesh, has the ability to drive people insane just by looking at it, will hunt on those who are greedy, so just about anybody, cannot step onto, well, actually is weakened by holy ground, but will not stop it, as it's an unstoppable force. The only way to defeat a Wendigo is to chop it up into a bunch of pieces and scatter the pieces. Oh, and there's something else about the heart. You gotta bless the heart right fast, because if you don't do it fast enough, it can regrow its heart, and yada yada yada. Yeah, killing Wendigos are hard, supposedly. What else? Other cryptids have we discovered? The Cyclops shark, so, you know, a mutated shark. The African peacock. The Honkem turtle. Honkem. Just looks like a wise old turtle. Ooh, what cryptid am I? Oh, do I have to click on this? Oh, I'm gonna take a cryptid personality quiz. We'll say average. I don't think I'm above average. Okay. Next, please. Please. I clicked the answer. Wait, what? No, I don't want to know which member of BTS I am. Is this quiz bugged? Okay, I guess I'm not going to figure out what cryptid I am. We'll just say shadow person. That seems good enough. What about Siren Head? Siren? The Siren is believed to be a cryptid, but a lot of, like, the mermaids and, sirens, at least the fish-like sirens, we believe are manatees and dolphins. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. There was one bird that I remember seeing a while back, that screams like a woman getting murdered, has a mouth, like huge mouth bird. Ah, here we go. Is this it? The Nimcus? Yes! Oh my god, this thing looks so alien! I must share it with the world. Here's a cryptid that I'm surprised isn't a cryptid. Like, if you look at this thing, tell me, does this thing not look alien to you? Oh, its also nickname is the ghost bird. Okay, if you look at, I guess a different sort of species of it, it kind of looks derpy. Oh, that face, just looking right at you. I mean, it's horrifying, but so derpy. Oh, it's so freaking adorable and derpy. The patoot? That thing is... Oh, is that also what it's called? Oh yeah, the patoot. I like how the first thing I look at under sound is patoots are hauntingly cute. Actually, I can't remember, like how, it's something about their call that's sort of like hauntingly scary. Oh, I'm hearing myself. I was like, huh? Sorry, what? I was so confused. I'm like, man, this narrator sounds oddly familiar. Why? Why do I hate his voice? Why does he sound so stupid? Okay, I want to hear it. Oh, Potu. Pour me once? Oh, okay. I must be thinking of something else. Am I thinking of a cassowary? Hmm. Have you heard what it sounds like? It's so cute but scary. Yeah, it sounds... Gosh, now I'm trying to remember... Like, now I just want to hear... Like, some weird... bird sounds. Yeah. Hit me with some scary bird. Okay, let's get into it. What the heck? Why does this bird sound like a fighter plane? Why does the black-footed albatross sound like it's firing down? Back. I have some more things. I have read more things. I like how all of a sudden we're just like, yes, cryptids. Okay, barn owls. They're around my area. Oh yeah, they do kind of have a haunting wail. The collude? Like, there's been a lot of legends, myths, cryptids that I have come across in my time, so I can't exactly say for certain. Is this what you were talking about with flying wolves? Are you alluding to it being a collude? I mean, that is such an interesting creature. The gray go-away bird. Why does this sound like a Fortniter? outcomes where I'm convinced that someone's just squeezing a... First of all, you're saying it wrong, and second, I'm just reading some myths. The collude? The collude? Yeah, of course I'm saying it wrong, dude. I'm American. If I wasn't saying it wrong, I would be not doing my job right. Oh, yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Or at least one of them. The shoe bill. God, would not want to have one of those birds in my neighborhood. I can imagine how many times the cops would be called. Loud. Yeah. Is it the cassowary that I'm thinking of? Or is it... I know that there's something... Wait, am I by chance... I think I'm actually... did you know that that bird is so dumb that sometimes the entire family of one dies because of starving? Which one? The cassowary? Or the shoebill? Or which one? I know that there's some dumb animals. And not like saying, oh, well, animals are stupid. No, I mean, like, there are animals that straight up do not care if they were the last species. They would just die. Shoebill? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Because I was going to say, I think the cassowary actually are good parents. I know that they're extremely hostile. Like, would you rather deal with, you know, a bear or a cassowary? I think I'd rather take my chances with the bear. Now, if it was between a moose and a cassowary, I think I'm gonna die either way, to be honest. Even with food in front of it, the shoebill won't eat until it realizes it's food. Yeah. Let's just be honest, Name. It's gonna be one of those animals that we bring back from extinction time and time again. Oh, the kookaburra. I remember this one back from the old days. No. Good old Steve Irwin. Teaching me everything there is to know about animals. Only 50,000 left of them. So, probably. I mean, we've done it with a goat. And a bird probably be easier to do so, I would assume. I mean, if we know we can eat it, of course we're going to try to bring it back. Also, we just like bringing things back because it makes us feel superior. I mean, when else can you tell God to be like, ha! See, we can do it too. We can bring back life if we feel like it. Ha! Don't know why I went villager, but, yeah. Kyler, did you know that the bald eagle doesn't sound like... Oh yeah, it isn't that, like, screech that you hear, like, all the time. Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. Yeah, no, if you listen to what a bald eagle sounds like, it does not have that sort of... sound. Like, it does not sound like that. The usual screech you hear is from a Black Hawk. That would make sense. Yep. Yeah, I remember when I was a little child and I was like, okay, like, am I gonna get to hear the legendary eagle screech? Nope. Well, only baby wildcats. Yeah, because meowing isn't something that cats have the use for anymore when they get older. Like, why would you meow at, prey, or why would you meow at your partner, or anything like that? There's just no reason. Huh. It seems like red tails also have that sort of screech. No, I have plenty of those around here. Can't say I've heard of them, do the screech, though. They only meow because they learned that... Yeah, they get pretty much what they want from meowing. Isn't that's pretty interesting. Ooh, that's a weird deer fox looking thing called a maned wolf. A maned wolf. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, what does it say about it? The man wolf is a large canine of South America. It is found in Argentina, Brazil, uh, Bolivia, Peru, and Paraguay. Paraguay? And it is almost extinct in Uruguay. Its its markings resemble those of foxes, but it is neither a fox nor a wolf. It is the only species of genus of Cryptocycon. Population approximately 17,000 mature individuals. Of, not sure what time this was last updated. Gestation period 63 days. Omnivorous. Omnivorous. They only have the weight of a male. Yeesh. Did you know that that we had a domestic cat dog? Cats just walked over and got food, so it stayed. Domesticated dogs, cats just walked over and got food, so it stayed. Oh yeah. Well, not necessarily at first. Well, after a while, they got used to us because let me just say this, Prey. Don't know why I just called you Prey. Oh, Omnomnivorous. Hey, Scholastic, long time no see. Like after a while, we pretty much had to associate ourselves with good things, like a food source, because they're not just gonna be like, yeah, very dangerous and kind of weirdly diseased animal hunts something that looks very similar to me. Would it be a good idea, or even hunts my own species, would it be a good idea for me to stick around it? There's a reason why it took us a while to domesticate the animals we have. And some of them we just could never domesticate. Like zebras. We tried to domesticate them. They just were more stubborn than a mule. And also maybe a little bit more dangerous. Granted, I'm not sure how much time we gave it either. Did you know that we only had bald cats till the industry era, not since Egypt? Yeah, that makes sense, because, okay, let's be kind of honest, just a little bit honest. Why would the Egyptians have bald cats in such a hot area? Would a sphinx be a cryptid? That, kind of what I was suggesting to earlier, is there are certain myths and creatures that kind of are between the area of would that count as a cryptid or would that not? Why would you have fur in a hot area? Well, but think about it like that. That fur isn't just protecting them from, the cold. That's something else you kind of have to think about. Yeah, in the day, when it's daytime, whew, boy, is it hot. But when it gets nighttime, it is frigid. You would not want to be a hairless animal unless you have certain ways to deal with it. Like, there's a reason why the snakes of the desert, like, get under the warm sand before nightfall comes. Because they're gonna die. Any reptile that lives in the desert is aware of that fact. You don't play it smart? Well, you ain't gonna be around long, Jim. It's a cryptid if it's been caught on a grainy... Not all of the cryptids have been caught. Like that. Granted, a large majority have. If not, then it's an urban legend. Well, a Wendigo's technically a cryptid. Like, I'm not... Urban legends only exist because people didn't have glasses, probably. It actually was, shoot, I'm trying to remember what that werewolf disease is. Where you're just super hairy. Where's the grainy foot? Not all of them have to have grainy footage. Like, I was looking at the Cryptopedia article earlier. And I saw something like a turtle that was a cryptid. Granted, I guess there was imagery of it. But then you could argue a werewolf's a cryptid. Tyler, heard about the human chicken? But, I guess you didn't hear me talking about the, Wait, what? Sorry, I'm playing a game in the background. Some Eidolon. A chicken wolf? But, like, dude, were you not hearing me talk about, like, the sheep squatch, the pig man, the goat man? Actually, I guess the goat man and the sheep man are, you know, in that same kind of category. The ape man. Okay, even that one I think is sort of made up. There's just a lot of mans. The bunny man. Ooh. Granted, I think that's more of an urban legend. Goat man versus sheep man. Place your bets. The lady man is something else. Yeah, like there are some interesting cryptids, or you know, urban legends or stuff like Actually, I want to check this one. I heard about this one, but I don't know if it actually is. Oh my god, it does exist. The Dong Wrangler. Why? Wait, hold on. Just... Yeah, Chesnik. So, Russia. What the heck is the Dong Wrangler? It is not Dong, but Gong? Sorry, but it's no Dong. So it's the Gong Wrangler. Ever wanted to go cryptid hunting when you were 12? No! Because let's be honest, I go out into those woods, you probably will never find me again. And I'll be, like, end up on one of those weird 401k shows or in a book about how I was 20 miles away from where I should possibly be. But that's just because I walk kind of fast. Oh my gosh. I just feel like I gotta share this with you guys. I really wanted to catch the DC Demon Cat when I was a kid. Nope, I'm gonna go, so... Alright. Oh my gosh. Kyler, what are you gonna do on my birthday? I don't know. Stream? I don't know. Next time we see Kyler, Kyler, is gonna be on the face of a milk carton. Hey, they don't do that anymore, unfortunately. I'm just gonna be on some sort of, fence post or something. Never to be seen again. Okay, who checked out the Gong Wrangler? That would have... But you guys wouldn't even know it unless they were like, yeah, this is Kyler. Blah, 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 blah. But like they put him like my fake middle name, and it's like Kyler Creeper. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, no, I don't want to, monetize him. The Czechoslovakian what now? I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. The way that I remember this one, I was watching the Distractable podcast, and they were talking about certain cryptids, I believe. And yes, I guess Markiplier was very wrong about what he was saying. But if you just read it with the miscontext, it is just so funny. Hey. Name, you want to be blocked from my channel? Let's never do that again. And I'm completely serious. I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. It's fine if you understand, like if you kept that to yourself, but don't go around and start sharing it. But yeah. Okay, so I might as well just read this a little bit for anybody who was just not here. The Czechoslovakian Dong Wrangler is a creature locally well known for its ability to wrangle multiple dongs at will. It has been known to hoard dongs to create a massive dong army, thus enabling it to wrangle more dongs. In order to wrangle a dong, the Czechoslovakian Dong Wrangler stands over its victim and through sheer will wrangles their dong. In a newspaper from 1935, a farmer claimed he was trying to sleep after working in his field when his dong was wrangled with great force. God, I'm such a try. No. I did not say that. Or I believe I didn't say that. Like, it would be one thing if people found that out by themselves, but No. Whether I did or not, now I'm saying let's not. Because the last thing I need you guys doing is harassing a bunch of other people thinking it's me. Big dongs, small dongs, long dongs, thick dongs, doesn't matter. The dong. I'll wrangle them all. Yeah. Gosh. I'm actually trying to remember. Did Fear ever talk about this one? I feel like she has, but at the same time, I can't be sure. Because I remember, like, she loves talking about cryptids. That is something we share in common. But, I love how at the very bottom there is just a little note that says, for people that believe it is dong, not but gong. Sorry, but no, it's... Wait, what? Oh, so did I miss that? Misread that? For people that believe it is not dong, but gong. Sorry, but it is dong. Oh, so it is dong. Oh. Then why is there a picture of a monkey person ringing a gong? How would you wrangle gongs anyway? I don't know. Like, that's what really confused me about this cryptid. Just like, how is it wrangling dongs? Like, does it have a massive lasso or something? You know, like Wonder Woman's lasso of truth? Like, it has that sort of control? Just goes around saying, yeehaw! I don't know why it would actually, that wouldn't make any sense. It's not a cowboy. It's from Russia. So what would a Russian cowboy sound like? Yeehaw! No, that sounds southern. Clearly you've never seen Darth Helmet in action. I guess not. Imagine after a hard day of work in your bed with your wife and thinking nothing of it, and then realize she's... I don't think it's quite like that, Neem. I don't think it's quite like that. Also, I don't think it's anything like the Schwartz. What the heck is this? What have I stumbled upon? A crocodile catfish? The Orbone? There are some weird cryptids. Kyler, it's not Russian. It's actually more Western. Yeah, I guess. Actually, how long have I been streaming? Because I didn't think this would... Oh my. I'm actually surprised how long we've been... Like, this has been nice. This has been nice just chatting. Not having to worry about, oh, am I going to defeat the boss? Oh, am I going to get enough of this currency? Oh, am I going to be able to do this? Oh, am I going to do... This has just been fun. This has just been stupid fun. Would the Wrangler be Slovakian or Czech Republic these days? I would assume Czech. Czechoslovakian. Wait, what kind of categories does this have? It's something category. What's in the it's something? Uh. Okay, yeah, there is wow, they do have something in here. Uh, the Bahoot, the Dog Boy, River Mama, Octoman, Bloop. Wait, what is Bloop? Uh. Mm. The Czech Republic is probably bigger. Probably. Okay, okay, what about Octoman? The Ohio River. Oh my, this is gonna be an interesting cryptid. Octoman. The Ohio River and its many tributaries are a hotbed of odd, and occasionally dangerous, cryptozoological activity. But one of the weirdest creatures ever have emerged from their mucky depths has got to be this hulking, gray-skinned quasi-cephalopod, which at least 5 terrified eyewitnesses claimed to have seen during the winter of 1959. The world of large first learned about this moist monstrosity on January 29th, 1959, in the article published in the Cincinnati Post and Times Star Transylvania, titled, "What is it? Monster churns up the Ohio." Beneath it, the equal intriguing subheading, "Anybody missing an indescribable monster that swims?" Thus began the fascinating and all too short saga of the insidious, yet little known, indescriptible Octoman. Alright, I guess I'll keep reading. Often, and inexplicably, lumped in with the hairy hominid accounts from the same region and era, this ostensibly, lots of big words, amphibious beast was first reported to Ohio, Claremont County and New Richmond police by an unnamed man who claimed that something came out of the river, approximately 4 miles from New Richmond. According to the spooked eyewitnesses, the alien life form he saw was utterly indescribable. So, is it an alien? Needless to say, police took this anomalous report with a probable rain of salt, but they changed their tune when a second concerned caller, this time a trucker driving en route to Indianapolis, phoned from a gas station located on Kellogg Ave, near a bridge on the Little Miami River. The trucker claimed that he drove from Mount Washington toward Cincinnati, and he had spied an unclassified entity unlike anything he had ever seen. In the first of the 2 stories published by Cincinnati Post and Times Star regarding the inscrutable creature, a dispatcher from Station X, oh god, Elon Musk was around back then? The code for one sergeant and a radio operator housed at a central station in City Hall, Cincinnati, confirmed that the voices of both witnesses were distinct, and he even went on to state, "Of course, just because local police were pursuing the case does not mean that they took it seriously. In fact, another, again unnamed, officer sarcastically speculated that this thing might be an alien when he was quoted as saying, 'It really was a riot here. We kept waiting for someone to say, "Take me to your leader." Regardless of how assuming some officers were by the rampant monster reports, most of the dispatchers who responded with the witness calls, including one Frank B. Heinzler, agreed that those making the reports sound legitimately shaken and sober, as if the situation were not already strange enough. Right after the creature reports started filtering in, all of the street lamps along Kellogg Ave from Lucan Airport to Coney Island, Ohio, were extinguished simultaneously. The newspaper report stated, while many officers were disdainful of their entire affair, some were more diligent cohorts were in the field. Legitimate concern that what folks were reporting was not a monster, but a victim of an automobile accident. According to the Thursday newspaper account, the following day, on January 30th, 1959, the Cincinnati Post and Time-Star once again fed the creature-hungry public more details about the roving monstrosity. The article was titled, Driver Swears It Happened. River Monster Takes a Stroll on Bridge. Just making sure you guys aren't... Wow, why is there... Oh my god, there's so much. Yeah, I'm not going to read all this. What the heck? Mr. Reed. How did I get into the anime? What the heck? How did I get into the anime fandom? Well, this is odd. I went from cryptids to anime. Octosquatch? Yeah, probably not going to talk about those. But, yeah, my oh my. This was something. Something indeed. Let me just restore chat. No, you missed out on the entire Octoman series? Oh, that's a shame. That's a crimey shame. Granted, that was a weird story. Oh god, I have my other headphones on. Shut up, me! Shut up! But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, because I did not realize this has gone on for 3 hours long. But maybe I'll do this again sometime. This was a lot of fun. So, yep, we'll end it here. And thank you, everyone, for showing up and, partaking. This was a lot of fun. But we gotta call it now. So, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification, so you won't miss out on any future streams, videos, or etc. This is Kyler Creeper, signing out.